Shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father name. Yahweh Shah is the only begotten Son's name. So the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son's name is Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whom I learned this 100% truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds that scatter through the four winds of the earth. Hosea 1 verse 6. Hosea Salakia. Hosea 6 verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, for he has torn and he will heal us. He has smitten and he will bind us up. See, he has torn. What he torn? He tore our ass apart. Look at the history. We had wild beasts, animals eating us up, tearing us up, the heathens. But he's going to heal us. He's smitten us. You know, the majority of Israel is still smitten with madness. But he allowed some of us to come back to bind us up from him smiting us, you know. Verse 2. After 2 days will he revive us. In the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. After 2 days he will revive us. That's pretty much what's been going on now, you know. Salakia. Yeah, Salakia, man. So I'm going to read that again. Hosea 6 verse 2. After 2 days will he revive us. In the third day will he raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. And that's what's going on now. We're pretty much in the third day. He's raising the ones he wants up in his sight, so we'll be able to live in his sight, you know. But we have to return to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He's been telling us for years and years and years and years to turn to me and I got you. But we've been, you know, hard-headed, rebellious. But this is the time that it is, that he made it that the elect will hear his voice and do their best to turn to him because they understand. So I'm going to read Psalm 78, 1 down to verse 7. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to my words, to the words of my mouth. You heard that? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua says, give ear, my people. Who is this people? The children of Israel. To my law. Who did he give the law to? The children of Israel. He didn't give it to nobody else. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. And how do you incline your ears? By reading, watching videos, and praying. That's how you incline your ears to the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because they're written in the Bible. You have to read them. And then you got to learn from the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, on down, and brothers with the like-mind doctrine, so you can get the understanding. That's how you incline your ears. You be diligent. You always want to read and listen to videos to get the understanding of what the Bible is really saying, not what you have heard it say all these years. Verse 2, Psalm 78, verse 2. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old. See? In parables. That's how this Bible is put together. That's why everybody can't seem to pick up what is being put down in the Bible. They're in parables and they're in dark sayings. Verse 3. Which we have known, Salaki, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. See? We knew these words. We knew and we heard and known these words. But Due to our disobedience, we had to discontinue from our heritage, but he left the light on for certain ones of us to find our way back home, while the rest just do whatever the hell they want to do. Verse 4, we will not hide them from their children. And that's pretty much now. All the ones that's in the truth that have kids, they've been teaching their children the truth. They're not hiding what was told. Continue on, showing the generations to come the praises of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and his strength and his wonderful works that he has done. And what is that? Everything he's done for us. Got us from Egypt, you know. All the captivity we've been in, he brought us out of it. When we was in the wilderness and they had the multitude complaining about eating, he fed us. Marvelous works. No other nation can say that they had this happen to them but the children of Israel. Verse 5, for he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he has commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children. And he established his testimony to Jacob and appointed the law to Israel. Once again, he is telling you who he is dealing with. The Heavenly Father, the Creator, that everybody talks about, the almighty power, God. He's only dealing with the children of Israel. That is it. Out of all these nations on the planet, out of 18 nations, he's only dealing with one nation and only has dealt with one nation. That is the children of Israel. So let's read that again. Psalm 78 verse 5. He established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel. You see that? Which he has commanded our fathers that that they should make them known to their children. And that's what we did in the past, and that's what we're doing right now for the ones that have the children to do that to. They're letting them be known of the power and glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Only the hopeful elect, only the elect is doing that. Nobody else cares about the wonders and glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Just the elect. Continuing on, verse 6. That the generations to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare to their children. And that is us right now. We are declaring these words to our children. For the ones that have access to their children to talk to them of blah, blah, hey. We have arisen, and now we are declaring them to our children about what's going on, what's about to happen. And who the world ignorantly calls God and JC only deals with the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those three are the children of Israel. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American, and the speckled birds, the ones that look like the other nations, but their bloodline goes, their seed line goes back to their father. Of the Israelites, but they might look like another nation. Those are the speckled birds. So we declaring them to our children. Verse 7. That they might set their hopes in power and forget not the works of power, but keep his commandments. And that's what the elect are doing right now, because our minds are set on hope. We're hoping that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we are part of the ones that he created to save, not the ones that basically to dishonor. Because we have not forgot the work. Well, we have, but he has brought it back to our remembrance, and now we have not forgot the works of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and knowing he's going to do even greater works than what he has already done. But we have to keep his commandments. That's the thing. You have to keep the commandments to your best ability. You can't be like all these other damn camps and groups out there talking about messing with other people's wives and your Hellcats and all that shit. Like, man, these people are bugged out. So if you follow them people, man, you going straight to burn with these motherfuckers, okay? But the elect, the elect are inclining their ears. They're getting their lamps. They're putting oil in their lamps. For when time come, hey, they got their lamp and they got oil. You don't want to be caught out there without no oil. That's why the Heavenly Father told us, give ear. Because he don't want to really he don't want to destroy it, but he has to destroy it because he went on his word. There's certain ones of us that's going to taste death, and there's certain ones that's not going to taste death. These are the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And the only way you would know this is if you're reading and paying attention to the apostles and elders in the videos by the brothers. That's the only way you're going to understand. If you think you're going to understand by going to your church or just picking the Bible up and reading it, you shit out of luck. The Heavenly Father don't rock like that. He gave us commandments to Jacob. Matter of fact, let's go to Psalm 147. Psalm 147, verse 19. He showed his words unto Jacob, and his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See, the children of Israel are the only one that got his word. So, if your father's seed line does not go back to the so-called blacks, Latinos, or Native Americans, it's not for you. This is for Israel only. Only Israel can incline their ears to the Heavenly Father. Nobody else can. So forget what your pastor told us that everybody can be saved and everybody know they can. Only 1/3 is being saved out of Israel. The rest, they're gonna die. It's written. So we have to keep inclining our ears, because without Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, we're not gonna make it. And the elect knows that, so that's why they're doing their best to incline their ears to the dark parables and sayings, you know. That's why. We done died plenty of times in our life because we know we die and come back. We are not trying to die this time. We're trying to be actually somebody that's going into the kingdom, not as a baby again. So you got to incline your ears to this word and take heed. But it's only for the children of Israel. He put us through this. He's binding us up. But you just got to have the faith, and you got to continue to endure and continue to pray and ask him to keep you near him. And don't cast me out of your presence. You have to always, Psalms 51 and 11 should stay on your mind. But I hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakapadash. Double honor to the apostle elder Great Millstone, whom I learned this 100% truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds scattered through the four winds of the earth. Until the next time, Shalom.